Hello people, so as this episode is split into two parts, it is of course quite awkward, so I will get straight to the point. Today we are building the enclosure for Liaoningosaurus right here. You can get a little sneak peek of it, but I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. Be sure to suggest name suggestions for our 3 Liaoningosaurus before you finish the episode. Anyways, I will stop wasting your time and we'll get right to it. Alright people, so I have dug out the path here. I kind of like this. I think it has some curvature to it, and then on either side of the path we'll have our enclosures. And the one thing we really need, like desperately, is exhibit glass, and we don't have any of that. Now this is made with dense sand, which requires nether quartz, and we need a few stacks of this, like probably like 2 or 3, but I'm probably gonna get 4 just in case. So I know sand is not that hard to get, although we might not have any. I'm not gonna record getting sand, but I will probably record getting quartz because we have not gone to the nether before. Well, I always wanted to go to Amsterdam. In we go. Wait, what? Where are the windmills? Yeah, whatever. There's still the quartz that we need. Anyways, quartz. Alright, so now that we're back, we have to go back to the magical Diplodocus place. And as per usual, it is flooded with mobs. I know the Diplodocus could take care of the few zombies, but this is not going to be good for tourists. Yeah, the extra. Yeah, we're gonna another quartz, and we get the magic dense sand. Right, yeah, this is gonna take a while.
Hello.
Hey, IGN. I am just starting construction of the Liaoningosaurus enclosure. Hey,
Yeah.
IGN, can you join me for some deliberation about this enclosure? I might need to employ some of your skills because the back of this enclosure is gonna be a mountain. So
Okay.
this is gonna be more freeform as opposed to our other enclosures, which are very like square or rectangular.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Should it be 3 tall or should it be 2 tall? Because, like, I was thinking 2, because if you don't... Okay, so this right here is the dinosaur. We're going to have, like, 3 of them in this enclosure. It's pretty small. I feel like 2 is tall enough. It's definitely. So, I don't know if we should do 3
think
or if it should, like, come down
I
right
think
here.
the height that it is right. No, I think the height that it is right now is good.
So, 3?
Yeah, 3
Alright.
tall.
We'll have to get more quartz for next episode then. But, yeah, alright. So this is the glass. We're gonna put slabs on top, so I'm gonna go get those right now. If you can you find me some stone bricks and just cooked stone?
Yeah, sure. I think I might have put some stone bricks in the chest if I had any left. Would you also want like smooth andesite or polished andesite?
No, I'm just using it for the top of the glass.
Okay. I'm gonna cook some cobblestone.
Yeah, that's plenty. Alright, that looks really cool. Alright people, so we've cleared out the trees. IGN unfortunately had to leave, but the mountain is looking pretty good. And now we are going to go get our Liaoningosaurus. Alright, so some of our Ankylosaurus DNA, we'll have to get back because it was in the embryo thing, but I do believe that we have 3, which is the amount that we are going to do today for the Liaoningosaurus, so yeah. And it looks like we got all 3 eggs. We've been lucky with this, with the Yixian creatures so far. Alright, now, finally, like and subscribe, guys, if you like the amount of time you have to wait for the actual dinosaurs in Minecraft Dinosaurs. Anyways, we're gonna place these down. Push them near the torches, and they should all be good. Alright. Our first 2 dinosaurs, and the third one. Lovely. So now we are going to make them our Liaoningosaurus. So, oh my god, please stay still. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And you can be the little one. 1, 2. Lovely. So yes, these are our Liaoningosaurus, and now they won't grow anymore, and they're the correct size. Aren't they cute? Do you know why the Liaoningosaurus is so interesting?
No.
Alright, so, first of all, early Cretaceous, right? And if you know about ankylosaurs, you know that most of them lived late Cretaceous. Kind of where it lies on, like, the ankylosaur phylogenetic tree is kind of a mystery to scientists.
Really?
Yeah, so,
Kind of interesting.
the ankylosaur tree is split between nodosaurians and ankylosaurians, that have a few key, like, biological, I just didn't say biological, like, taxonomic differences between the two.
Yeah.
The most famous of which is, like, ankylosaurs have club tails, nodosaurs don't. When it was first unearthed, they found an individual without its club tail, so they thought it was a nodosaurian, and then most scientists determined that that first holotype specimen was a juvenile, so they don't know if the club tail hadn't developed yet, and they placed it as a basal ankylosaurian, so like one of the first ankylosaurs. And now it's become kind of unclear, and some scientists propose that it may actually represent a third group that is previously undiscovered to science.
That's actually really interesting.
And not only that, but the holotype specimen was found with fragments of fish bone inside of its stomach, which is interesting because most ankylosaurs were pure herbivores, and this specific species seems to have been semi-aquatic. And scientists, like, further got that because it had very large developed claws, and it had this unique fused, like, rib cage, kind of like what turtles have. And scientists think that this is a case of convergent evolution, where since, like, the turtle body shape is so good for a semi-aquatic predator, or a semi-aquatic piscivore, this ankylosaur species converged on that, like, body shape, or body type.
That is really, really cool and interesting.
And we're going to represent it by having this enclosure filled with, like, shallow pools of water. But yeah, I was excited to do this dinosaur's enclosure. Even though the F&A ankylosaurs don't perfectly represent the Liaoningosaurus. So there's a catch-all name, it's Gustavo Fring. And then we also have Poda and Letta as Diplodocus.
Oh, then I guess I'll name my Diplodocus.
Letta? Okay. Letta. Then I'm gonna name mine Poda. So, as far as computer science, you got biggest carnivore the world has ever seen. Larry,
Kind of
Curly, Mo, and Gustavo Fring. I'm waiting for you to pick.
I'll pick, Gustavo Fring.
Curly. And then Larry or Mo?
Mo.
Mo? I think, yeah, Mo. Feel like 1950s sitcom dad names. We're gonna start with our major plants. Alright, so based on the fossils, we know that this environment was kind of a subtropical coniferous forests. And of course, we have these. These are ginkgo, which aren't coniferous trees, but I do kind of like the look of these, of course. They look great in the garden and they're accurate to the time period. But I was also thinking we could probably mix in some spruce saplings. Alright. Lovely. I'm gonna say this is enough trees. Just because I feel like our dinosaurs are pretty well covered with this environment. And now it's time to make our water pools, which are going to be everywhere. So we're just gonna kind of dig out kind of random seeming shapes. We're gonna fill these with water in a sec. Might have to ask IGN, but I'm almost curious if like a waterfall would work right here. Maybe we'll test that out. I think a waterfall here, flowing down, and then the bottom we'll put a like very large pool. And my shovel broke. We'll have to dig out the rest of the stuff all over with our hands. Sometimes it's caused the game lag, but it doesn't seem like it is yet. So I'm just doing this so I can see where water needs to be placed, because it's way easier to tell like this. Alright, so now that we have that kind of decorated, we will now do our final step, which is replacing the ground with some of this. And I was going to break this down and make more, but honestly I don't think we need to. So much of the space is already taken up by the trees and the water, so we're just gonna fill some of these empty patches in with this. Alright, so I did run out of blocks. I don't actually think I had enough, but I think that is a good sign that we should probably be done and not tamper with this enclosure anymore, because I think, as is, it looks pretty amazing. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that, our video has unfortunately come... I mean, I wouldn't say unfortunately, but, unfortunately, our time has come to an end. We have finished the Liaoningosaurus enclosure, and we're getting closer and closer to finishing the park for the Yixian formation. Next episode, we will be completing it once and for all with the Bapiosaurus enclosure on this opposite side right here. And roof over our heads, we'll make the path more detailed. We'll do a bunch of cool little things. So people, if you enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to comment your name suggestions for our Liaoningosaurus below. And with that, goodbye.